Hi, my name's Becky Lodge. I'm the founder of Startup Disruptors, an online community that actually helps people start and scale their businesses from home. So today I'm with one of our fantastic VIP members, the lovely Lorraine Crowe of Campus of Distinction, based on the south coast of the UK. And I just wanted to bring Lorraine into the room to briefly talk about being a VIP member of our community. Now, Lorraine, I get asked a lot by people, what are the benefits of being a member of Startup Disruptors? Now, currently we charge $19.99 a month, which isn't a massive amount of money. It's about 3 or 4 coffees, a couple of beers. But really, at the start, a lot of people are very hesitant about paying out anything. So in your mind, when you came and joined us as a community member, what prompted that? And what are the benefits from your point of view of being a VIP member of our community?
Okay, thank you, Becky. It's an interesting one for me because I think we used probably the wrong word, and I'm not going to use it again, but I watched in the background for quite a while. I followed your Facebook, I followed you, I watched and listened to some of your podcasts, and really because I had absolutely no business acumen whatsoever. Prior to moving forward to start Campus of Distinction, a little micro business. So for me, startup was already, I mean, I loved the word disruptors because that kind of sat with my mindset. But it felt as though I could gain business tips and hints without them being thrust down my throat. I wanted to learn slow time. I wanted to learn in me time. I am a huge procrastinator. And actually by following you in the background to start with, by watching things that were going on and actually seeing other businesses come through and you could see them flourishing with Startup Disruptors in the background. I realized actually if I jump on this properly, it may give me proper focus. And actually to do that, I need to commit. So we were very lucky in that the business did take a very positive upturn last year in our first year. And I knew financially it was a no-brainer for £19, not even £20 a month. The opportunity I get to meet, I used to be part of a team, I used to be part of a bigger squad of people, and now I'm on my own doing a small business. But with the meetings that we have, and I know I've only been able to attend the Zoom ones, it's been like a team. It's been like like-minded people offering opportunities and tips and hints, what not to do's. Which has been a huge benefit for me, definitely. And people to go to, not just you, because I think that was my worry to start with. I don't want to keep pressing questions, but the community within Startup Disruptors VIP is just immense. It's been so full. This sounds like it's a proper sales pitch, doesn't it? But I mean it genuinely. It's.
I'll get my coat. I'll leave you to it.
It really has, it's drawn me in, it's stopped me procrastinating as much, it's helped me focus, and I know we are being able to scale our business, hopefully in the next 12 months again, with another new van, because of what I'm learning from Startup Disruptors and the people within it.
I think you're right. For us, it was a case of what I saw when I started up in 2015 myself, was a lot of places where a lot of chat seemed to go on, but not a lot of business action seemed to happen. So I don't use the word networking for our group. I've always said it is a community that does business, and first and foremost is how we make people feel. And we make people feel secure in a space where they can ask any question that they want without it sounding as if it's a daft question. In fact, we have a slot in our online meeting that actually says there's no such thing as a daft question. And that started in our pub meetups back in 2016 when we started with 9 people. We're now 2,000 in our main group on Facebook, which has up to date always been free for people. So we've always given a lot of content away when other people were perhaps charging for it. And I think that a couple of our members had said previously, it just seemed too good to be true. But this is what disruption is all about from my point of view. It's not just saying that great coaching should actually be expensive. It should, to my mind, it should be accessible. And actually, there's a lot of really good resources out there that you are unaware of, because I was. And I think that you do have to be careful when you start and especially for me, because I'd been in corporate a long time, and I'd got the t-shirt, and I came out and it was like the Wild West. I just didn't recognize it. It was terrible. It was horrific. It was transactional. People were trying to grab £20 notes out of your hands, and I thought, we can't go on as a community without a startup ecosystem. So when we built this, and we built it in tandem with business modelling from the University of Portsmouth Business School, I just don't think people had thought it through. I think they just thought, I'd thrown up something in a pub, because that's how other groups had seemingly started, and had literally fallen by the wayside. But for me, it was, what value can we bring other than just doing what everybody else does? Because we don't do that. And we're not for everybody. That's the other thing. I mean, at the moment, we've just taken on a fantastic law sponsor who's giving us a legal clinic and free access to that if you're a member. Now, legal work costs up to £250 an hour. And, and sometimes I'm having conversations with people saying that it's £20 a month, you've got a free legal clinic, you've got peer-to-peer community, you've got free advertising to 50,000 people a week. And they're like, well, it can't be, it's too cheap. And I'm like, well, make hay while the sun shines, because at some point, we might say, well, actually, if it is going to be worth £999 a month, we will do that. But for me, that was never the reason why. The reason for us doing this and bringing together, people and members such as yourself, Lorraine, was actually bringing those like-minded people together in a space where they felt they could thrive. And in Portsmouth at the time that we started, there just wasn't that ecosystem. So I suppose for me, it was a much broader thing. But like you said, we had some great early experiences with some of our female entrepreneurs, especially. And we've got some great case studies, available on the website. Is there anything else that you think, that you could add to that, Lorraine, in terms of if there's anybody watching now sort of teetering on the brink? What would your advice be?
I'd say, and I'd pick up on a word that you used, it's not transactional, it's transformational. And I never worked well in a transactional environment in my previous career. So I think that's what drew me in. It was transformational, and it was very obvious, and it was warm. It was a meeting of like minds. And if anybody is thinking and teetering to commit to that less than £20 a month, I'd say, I've actually already, because of the VIP membership, I offer a discount with Campus of Distinction. And I probably shouldn't tell you this because you may up my how much I'm paying, but I've hired 2 of our other VIP members, and my membership is paid for the next 2 years. So my benefit is huge, but that to me, that's just an added bonus, because I'm going to carry on getting so much more assistance and benefit from you and from the rest of the members, without a doubt.
Yeah. And that's what we want. I mean, at the end of the day, people want business. And if you want to chat, there are other groups for that. We're very good at ROI. I was in business development and still am. We've been 30 years at international, sales and marketing director. If we can't get you a sale, then really nobody can. And then people lose that focus, I think. But there's ways of doing it. You can either be in a room with people chucking business cards at you and talking about themselves, which is no way to sell at all. It's just not going to work. Or you can come into a community where people are reciprocal. They do truly want to work together, and they've got a lot of experience, and a lot of the people in our community especially have got very wide networks because they've had, very big corporate careers beforehand. So that is an advantage. And I think that is something, that wasn't there for other people before. But it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you today. And hopefully, Lorraine, if you're doing so well, we can get you up to sponsorship next time on one of our sponsorship packages, because Laudit, who are currently sponsoring us as our legal partner, have actually come on board as a sponsor this past month, and our sponsorship packages actually start from £167 a month, so it's not going to again break the bank. We do work with corporates. We have got large names on board such as Uber and Funding Circle, who have been with us pretty much since day one. of when we started in the pub in 2016. But it's been delightful, Lorraine, to get some input from you. I won't say the check is in the post because it's not, because we don't work like that. But it's been just lovely to get some time with you and talk to you and see your success as well. For me, that's what it's all about, is, you know, making people successful so that we can lead them through from the very start, the early stage, back through making them successful with sales, to coming back to sponsor us, and then to feed into the next generation of people, feed that knowledge back in again. And that's what startup is all about. It has to be altruistic, and it has to be a proper ecosystem, and it has to be sustainable to build our communities and leave a legacy for people. So if people want to know more about your business, Campers of Distinction, is there a website that they can go to, Lorraine?
There is. It's a very straightforward website of www.campersofdistinction.co.uk. Our telephone number's on there as well. We're more than happy to take calls, have a chat, look at dates that people might be interested in, explain the differences between the couple of vans, the couple of VWs. And short of that, there's many, many photos all over our Facebook page, also Campers of Distinction, from the variety of Mr. Blue Sky adventures that were last year and Dora adventures to come.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for being a part of it, Lorraine, being one of our most vocal and biggest advocates of our community. It means a lot to me to have your support, and I'm totally humbled that we've managed to achieve, you know, such great things with you in such a short space of time. So I'm looking forward to continuing to film your story over the years on these, so that we can see where you started and where you end up. In the meantime, if you want to learn more about Startup Disruptors and join us, just go to startupdisruptors.co.uk and go to the membership packages tab at the top, and you can join us fully online in easy steps. Click on the Get Started package, which is $19.99 a month. Click on it. It's all online, all automated, and you can join up, and it'll take less than 3 or 4 minutes to do so. We look forward to welcoming you, hopefully as a member of our community soon, and working with you on your exciting business that you might be starting now from home, or the garage, could be anywhere. But yeah, it'd be great to have you as part of it. Thanks so much, Lorraine, for your time today, and take care, stay safe, everybody, and we'll see you again soon. Ta-ta for now. Bye, Lorraine.
Thank you, bye.